So right now, I have some tabs that are opened on my computer, and of course, you can see this is a particular ad that is active. I think I've been back to back running some ads. This ad was active some while ago. I just put it off. So, meaning that everything you'll be learning are things that I am practicing. So right now, let me quickly take you. Of course, once you load up your Facebook account, you can either go through your ad manager here, and in case for any reason if you don't find your ad manager here, then I think you can click here, and then you can then click on add here, or you can just all the way, if you can find it here, you just click through and go to your ad manager. So after clicking on that, then your interface is going to load up, and of course the next thing you want to do is you want to hit on create. Now if you have been on my channel, you discovered that there's a particular advice I give to my student, and that advice is that anytime you're creating ad, make sure you don't create ads with your root ad account. Now if you don't know what that means, I think I'll put a link to a video in the description below that tells you exactly what that means. So you look out for that particular video, and then you go watch it and understand what your root ad account is. And the reason why I give that advice is very simple, so that anything you're going to be doing on that account, if for instance you go against the Facebook rule, your whole total advertising assets will not be restricted again. So for the instance of this account, you can see here we have how many other accounts here. We have 1 2 3 4 and 5 other accounts here. We have 5 other accounts on this one Facebook account, and you can see that which of them now is the root ad account here. Of course, the root ad account is the one that carries the name of this Facebook profile. So in your own case, if you're using your own personal account and you've actually created your business manager, you're going to have multiple ad accounts, and the one that carries your name, the other account that comes automatically with your Facebook profile, is what we call your root ad account. So you don't want to advertise with that root ad account. And you can see, for example, here this is my root ad account, and you will see there is no ad created under this ad account. So meanwhile, when you look at other ad accounts like my client ad account, you can see I have tons of ads that have been created through this means. So having said that, let me now take you right away and let's go and then create. So you hit on create, and then of course it's going to load for you this new interface. Now this is the new Facebook interface, unlike what we used to have before. So once you come here, you can actually choose your buying type. You want to use auction, or you want to use reach and frequency. And by the time you're actually using, if you're using reach and frequency, you're only going to be able to create ads in this segment awareness, in the using these categories of objective, awareness, traffic, engagement. Meanwhile, if you're using auction, I think you have all of the options available for you. So what mainly is the difference between auction and reach and frequency? This is exactly you're setting a template on how Facebook bills you. Now when Facebook bills you on auction, it means that Facebook looks at the amount of money you're willing to spend on ad, and then they look at other advertisers in your category that are also willing to spend money on ad. Now they look at the advertiser that is willing to spend more money, and they give that advertiser more priority. There will be more video on that as you go on this channel. So having said that, and then the reach and frequency simply means Facebook charges you based on how many people, mainly based on how many people they help you reach and the number of times they help you reach those people. And that's that. So now after that, the next thing you want to do is you want to choose a campaign objective for your advertising. Now we have awareness here, and let me see if I can zoom this for you, okay, so that this is really readable. Now awareness. Now if you're choosing awareness as your campaign objective, what is that? Show you can read it for yourself here, and then you see Facebook says they are going to show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. You see, as it they show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. And when you actually choose traffic, what is going to happen is that Facebook is going to send people to a destination such as your website, app, or Facebook event, where you are going to be optimizing for link clicks, landing page views, Messenger, and WhatsApp. You can actually take these people, take their phone numbers. They can, yes, you can take their phone numbers and then reach out to them on call, or you can direct them to your Messenger or your WhatsApp where they reach out to you, or you can have a website where you design a click-through button, that is landing page views, or you can just have link clicks. Now, for each of these, there are actually particular things that Facebook wants you to know under them. So let me, for instance, awareness, and let's read back again what we have under awareness. Now, awareness is good for reach the maximum number of people who may be interested in your brand. Brand awareness, reach people who are more likely to remember your brand. Views, these are results you can optimize for, or campaign goals you can optimize for when you use awareness. Then you can also optimize for for video views, reach people who are more likely to watch your video, as if you're running video ad. And then we have store location awareness, reach people using the physical location for your business, organization, or set of shops. Maybe you're trying to advertise to people who are close to your physical shop, then you can use this awareness campaign objective. But then when you're using awareness campaign objective, one thing you want to know is that Facebook says that this campaign objective is good for you to show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. So that is what Facebook will be optimizing for. So they're going to show your ad in such a way that it will make people remember your brand. So this is why we call it awareness, brand awareness. You want to create awareness for your product, and that is that campaign objective. Now, when you're using traffic, what are you doing? You're sending people to a destination such as your website, app, Facebook event, where they can learn more, and the rest of them like that. Now you can see this. Facebook says that this campaign objective is good for link clicks. Get people to click on a link to your website, app, or Facebook event. Do you want to show your ad to people who will likely click more on the ad and then either come to your website or your WhatsApp or whatever destination you're using? And then landing page view, get people to view content on your landing page. Do you want your one of the goals on that traffic is Facebook optimize for you to get more people to go to your landing page and see what is happening there, probably check out your product and decide whether to buy from you. Then Messenger, send people to Messenger or WhatsApp to start a conversation with you. So if you're choosing this objective, Facebook will most likely show your ads to people who are going to click through and then be able to come down to your WhatsApp or your Messenger and then message you on what you're advertising. Now, calls, get people who may be interested in your business to call you. Yes, these people are literally going to do what? They're literally going to pick up your number and then engage in phone conversation with you. That's another objective. Now, you can also want to use the engagement objective. Now, when you're using the engagement objective, you're going to be getting more messages, video views, post engagement, page likes, event responses. So mostly I recommend this particular campaign objective for you if you want to have a kind of page like. Yes, probably you have a page on sport and you want to expose your contents to more people. You just want to create an audience, a fuse around your subject. Then you want to use engagement. You can use engagement for that matter. And also, if you're actually advertising, you want to probably show out a blog post and you want it to go viral. Probably you're advertising on you have advert that is based on food supplement, and you just want to show you want to show a particular blog post that relates to the food supplement you're selling to a lot of people. Then you can use engagement. Now there are systems to using this and you don't want to actually do it wrongly. And so what are the campaign goals that you can set? What are the goals that you can actually optimize for? You can optimize for Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. That means encourage people to start a conversation with you, meaning that you can take people to your WhatsApp and the rest of them. Then you can do for video views, reach people who are more likely to watch your video. Post engagement, get people to interact with your post. Then conversation, get people to view content, contact your business, add to a white list, or take another action on your website. So when we go for leads now, today the leads is actually that particular campaign objective that helps you to get more relevant customers for your business. But then there are 1, 2, 3, 4 goals that you can optimize for. Now look at what Facebook says here. It says you're going to be able to find people willing to share their contact information and other details by filling in a form. So a form will be filled. That form is either going to be an instant form that they will fill on Facebook. So Facebook is not going to take them out of the platform. When you are using leads campaign, Facebook is going to keep those people on their platform. Then they give you a kind of form that those people can fill in their details too, and then you can do a follow back for them. Now more on lead campaign based ad on the channel as we move on. Now Messenger, find people willing to share their contact information and other details through chat. Then conversation, get people to share their contact information, complete a registration form, submit an application, or take another action on your website. So if you are going to be setting conversions as your goal after choosing leads campaign objective, then Facebook is going to make those people go down to your website or your app, depending on your kind of landing page or the product you're advertising, and then those people are going to go there and do what, and put in their information. Now app promotion, when we come to app promotion, there are 2 major goals that you can optimize for. But before then, this is what app promotion is going to be doing for you. You find new people to install your app and continue using it, of course. That is why you're promoting the app in the first place. Now app installs, get people to install your app or get people to make an in-app purchase or take another action on your app. So when you're doing app promotion, you want to use this particular campaign objective. Then sales. Now for most of you listening to me, for most of you watching this tutorial, what you're going to be optimizing for mostly will be sales if you want to sell your product. Now if you're selling your product, what this means is that Facebook is going to help you find people who are likely to purchase your product or service, and that's simply as that. Now don't forget that every other objective they are when you optimize for them, Facebook helps you to find people who can take actions that are indirectly related to buying your product, like getting a list and following them up back. But when you choose sales, Facebook is going to specifically optimize your ad to find people who are likely to purchase your product or service direct. And so, like, what are the goals you can set? Conversation is part of the goals. Then catalog sales, get people to buy product or services from your catalog. So we have Facebook shop where people can come on your Facebook shop and then purchase your products that are in your product catalog. Now more on catalog sales as time goes on. Now you can also get people to Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and then you can also get people who may be interested in your business to call you. Now the thing about sales is that if you're using sales and then you are probably pulling people to your WhatsApp, then you must have a pixel created for your business. And for a complete part of creating Facebook pixel, there's no how you can do that without you having a website completely, because there's a space where Facebook will want you to probably confirm your domain by the time you're actually trying to create a pixel. Now if you don't know what pixel is all about, there's no need, you don't need to worry about that for now. You can also create advert without using Facebook pixel. In fact, some of the ads I'm running right now, they are not website based advert, and then there's no need for Facebook pixel. But if actually you want to know more about Facebook pixel, there's a link in the description below that about a video that tells you more about Facebook pixel. So having said that, which campaign objective do you want to use? Now, for most of the time, I either use traffic or I use sales. I use traffic or I use sales. Now, I use sales as my campaign objective when I have a landing page, probably a landing page design that tells people more about the product and service that I'm selling. I take those people to that landing page. I want to use sales. And then for if I'm not actually directing people to a landing page and then I just want to take them to WhatsApp direct where they can start a conversation with me, most times I use traffic. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to use traffic and then I'll click on continue. So now after doing that, the next thing you want to do is you want to then name your you come to the level of your campaign. Now when you are trying to advertise on Facebook, the Facebook advertising interface have three levels. We have the level, the campaign level, the ad set level, and then the ad level. And at this level, there are different things that you want to be doing: the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad level. Now you will also see that on your left column, you also see the names of those levels written there. So what you want to do first is that at the level of the campaign, what you want to do is you want to name the campaign. So at this level, I advise that you use something short, simple, that will help you remember the purpose of your campaign, and that's just that about that. So for the purpose of this, let's assume that we are going to be advertising a particular food supplement, and this is what I'm going to do. So campaign name, let's assume that we are advertising this to is an energy giver, so I write EN and then camp. So the name you put does not really matter. You can put anything at all that matters is that the name helps you to remember what the purpose of the campaign is, so that by the time you're going through your ad your setup, you'll be able to understand what and why that ad is there. So that's that about that. Then you come down here, we have already choose our buying type, which is auction, and then our campaign objective is traffic, and then you can click here and then you which shows you more options, more things that you can do. Here you can set a campaign spending limit. Of course, Facebook put it as optional, but you can set it directly from here. But most times I don't advise that you tamper with that, since you can switch off and on your ad at any time that you want. Now, what is A/B test? Now you can try different images and add text audiences and more to see which one performs best. Now, if you switch this on, of course, Facebook is going to combine. This means that they will combine images. That means you're going to use different image copies or video copies for your ad. And then Facebook will look at the one that is performing best, and then that is the one they will direct more traffic to. That is if you switch on this particular functionality. But for most times, I keep it off, since I normally put in my own images and textures, and then I use the data that comes from Facebook to determine which one I leave and which one I switch off. So I don't normally put on the A/B test. But this is one other thing that you want to make sure that you have it on. You want to switch on your advantage campaign budget. So now this is actually a new functionality from Facebook, and when you read here, Facebook says that advantage campaign budget will distribute your budget across ad set to get more results depending on your delivery optimization choices and B strategy. You can control spending on each ad set. What this simply means is that when you are actually advertising and you have different copies in your ad, Facebook is going to look at the copy that is performing more, and they are going to put in more of your advertising budget on that particular copy. I hope you understand that. So let's assume you are advertising and then you design 3 different images for your copy that you're going to be using to advertise. Now Facebook looks at the one that is generating more result for you, and they spend more money on that particular ad set or ad itself, and that's it, so that you can actually get more results. So for most times, what I do is that I switch this on because it helps a lot, because I use various copies and the rest of them. So I switch it on, and then the next thing I want to do at this particular point here is you want to set your budget. Now you can see that Facebook allows you to either set daily budget or a lifetime budget. difference between these two is that when you set it at daily budget, it means at a particular day, this is the amount of money Facebook is going to be spending towards your ad. Now, it doesn't mean that Facebook is going to spend all that money on your ad. They might spend lesser of the money, or they might spend all the money on your ad, but they will never exceed that particular budget while spending on your ad in a day. And then you can also set a lifetime budget for it. A lifetime budget simply means that is the amount of money that Facebook is going to be spending on that ad until it finishes running. So for instance, you set the ad and then you're running the ad for 7 days. You can set a lifetime budget of about, for instance, 30,000 naira. So that means for the whole of the lifetime of that ad, that is the amount of money Facebook is going to spending on that ad. But for me, most times I use daily budget, and so I love doing that. So let's assume that we are advertising here, and then we are going to spending an average of 2,500 per day on this advertising, and so I set it that way. And so then we come here. What is campaign bid strategy? What is your campaign bid strategy? Now, what does this mean? There are a lot of explanations here, but this is what Facebook is telling you about it. Now, if you set your campaign bid strategy at highest volume, it means Facebook is going to help you to get the most result for your budget. That means what this means is that Facebook is going to use the money you are planning to spend on ad, and they will be bidding in the market for you to make sure that they get people that are going to respond to your ad. Now, what this means clearly is that by the time Facebook is spending money on your behalf on your ad, Facebook is not going to look at, they are not going to look at, they are not, money is not, the amount of money is not going to be part of the things they will consider while trying to help you get people who will respond to your ad. I hope you understand that. So money is not going to be part of what they are going to consider. They are going to consider getting more people. They are going to prioritize getting more people exposed to your ad than spending less money on your ad. All right. Now you're going to understand it by the time I explain cost per result goal. Now, cost per result goal is directly opposite of highest volume. It means that Facebook is going to be more concerned on a particular amount of money you have set to be the highest money you are willing to spend in bidding for a particular audience. Now, this is a whole lot of things that you might not really be able to understand it the way I'm explaining it. But what this simply means is that when you choose cost per result goal as your bid strategy, now look at what Facebook does here. They give you another option to set a particular cost for you. Now, let me go down and then show you what this really means. So now when you do this, Facebook is going to give you the capacity to, you'll spend up to 3,125 on some ads and less on others. You'll spend an average of 2,500 per day, no more than per calendar week, and that's it. So when you set cost per result goal as your bid strategy, then Facebook is going to make sure that they are more concerned about your money. They are going to be more concerned about the amount of money you're going to be spending on the ad compared to the number of people that they are going to show your ads to. I don't know if I actually explained this the way you understand. All right. So when we click on this, and that's it. So for me, most times I just use highest volume, and that is what I use for most of my ad, because I really don't want to mind the amount of money they are going to spend on my ad. All I just want is that I want that particular ad to perform in such a way that helps me to bring more people quickly. So right away we are going to click on next after choosing all of this. So now we are done with the campaign level, so we come to the ad set level. So at the ad set level, of course, what I also do is that I use the same name I use at the campaign level, and then I just put an hyphen and write something else. So right here, the first thing is that at this level, you want to choose conversion location. Now, where is Facebook going to be taking those traffic to? Anybody that sees the ad on Facebook, where do you want them to take the traffic to? Do you have a website? Do you want them to take them to your website? Probably you're advertising, and then you want them to you're advertising a particular app and then you have it on a particular landing page, you want to take them there, or do you want to take them to your messenger or your WhatsApp, or do you want them to call you? So you choose whichever one you want here. So here automatically I'm going to leave it at WhatsApp, send traffic to WhatsApp. Then the next thing is you want to select the page for advertising. So select the page for advertising. So here let me use this, and let's use this demo page for advert. That's it. And so optimization for ad delivery, we are going to be using link clicks. Now what does this mean? Now this at this level, when you are actually choosing link clicks, now look at what Facebook say. They say we'll deliver your ads to the people who are most likely to click on them. If you're choosing daily unique reach, Facebook is going to be delivering your ads to people up to once a day. So this is frequency oriented. So Facebook will be more concerned with the number of times they show your ads to people. Whereas if you choose link clicks, they'll be more concerned about showing your ads to people who are going to click on the link. Now, if your optimization for ad delivery is impression, now Facebook will deliver your ads to people as many times as possible. So that means they will be more concerned about the frequency, the number of times they show your ads to people, meaning that they can show your ad about 10 times or 20 times to one person. Have you seen that? So this is quite different from daily unique reach, which means that they are going to be showing your ads to more people. Deliver your ad to people up to once a day. They deliver your ad to more people. So you want to note that. So for me, most of the times I just leave it at link clicks, and then of course here you want to schedule your ad. When is the starting time? So right here I'm going to write, most times I put 1 hour ahead, because that is when I'll finish creating everything I want to create, and then I put in and then I start the ad. So I just increase that by 1 hour, and then I write it at 4. Then here there's an option for you to set an end date. Again, I don't do this, I just leave it at this, since I can switch on and off my ad later on. So right here is exactly where you then select your audience. Now there's another tutorial that I have on this channel that talks about targeting, and so I'm not going to be wasting time on that. So here what you want to do is then you create your audience. So you come here, you create a new audience. So here normally if you have an audience that you have saved already, of course you can use saved audience, but here we're going to be talking about creating new audience. So you search. The first thing is that you want to search for the location. Now there's something I'm going to mention here for you before I'll actually go on. Now here on location, what you want to do when you are choosing location, make sure that you on this option, make sure that you are always choosing people living in this location. Now if you're advertising and then you don't want your ad to be specifically restricted to a particular set of people within a location, this is the option you want to be choosing. So now when you read through, Facebook tells you that when you choose people living, for instance you chose people living or recently in this location, people whose home, now Facebook will be showing your ads to people whose home or most recent location is within the selected area. So that means, for instance, if you choose this option and then you chose Nigeria, Facebook will equally show your ad to people who probably were in Nigeria some 3 months back, or probably the person traveled out of Nigeria, and maybe your product is not relevant to that person. Facebook is going to show your ads to those people. So you don't want to choose people living or recently in this location. So if probably the product you're selling is restricted within a location, or probably your delivery and the rest of them like that. So but if that is not the case, of course you can always choose that. So for me, mostly I choose people living in this location. Yes, if you choose people recently in this location, people whose most recent location is within the selected area, that is that. Then people traveling in this location, people whose most location is within the selected area but whose home is more than 125 mile or 200 kilometers away. So that is that. So you want to read through and then make sure you choose the option that best fits you. But for me, I normally choose people living in this location. So that's that. So after choosing that, of course I chose Pseudo. This is Nigeria. course, you can add other locations. For instance, if you're advertising in Nigeria and then you want to advertise in specific locations in Nigeria, then you type them in here. So let me put Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria here, and then you can put Lagos if you want. Put the locations there, Lagos, Nigeria, and you can put specific locations within Lagos. For instance, I can put Lagos, Oshodi. Let me write Oshodi, for instance. All right, so Oshodi, Lagos, Nigeria. You can see that. Then let's write Festac, and let's see if that comes up too. Festac, okay, Festac Town, Lagos. You see, probably you want to advertise in Lagos. Is that here? Victoria Island, Lagos. You can see that, a neighborhood. So you can also equally choose specific locations within the state you're trying to advertise, and you can choose as much places as possible. So after that level, then you want to come at the age level. Now, what you're advertising, which age group does your product or service resonate with? So you choose that age group and then you set it according to what you feel like. And then, are you advertising to all genders? Probably you're advertising a product that is mainly for women. You can only choose women. And then here, detail targeting, you put in what are some of the interests and the rest of them like that. Once again, I'll not bore you with this. I'll just write in anything. And then if you actually want more video on detail targeting, I have a video on this channel. The link will be in the description below. You can also go through it and then you can know that. So now the other thing you want to do is there's this other functionality that Facebook calls advanced detail targeting. Now reach people beyond your detail targeting selection when it is likely to improve performance. Now for most times I always choose this option so that to expand my audience and make sure that I have people who actually will be able to respond to my ad more. So you can see some error here, although this ad can still be publishable, but look at what Facebook is telling me. It's that cost may be higher than similar businesses in your industry, and one of the things I can do here is to expand my audience. Now I think if I expand my audience, this will actually go. So instead of advertising in Jos and this place, I can increase my location, or I can just advertise in Nigeria itself, and then I'll just set this as Nigeria, and that would take that off. So of course that does not actually mean that I can't run this ad. I can expand my audience in different ways. I can expand the age group of my audience. I can put in more location. I can expand the interest of my audience, and this will actually help me expand my audience. But one thing I do is that I always make sure I don't have any error message while I'm creating my ad. So, and that's that. So right now the other option here now is placement. We go to the place of placement. Now at this level, what does this mean? Facebook is asking you where on our platform and other platforms that are related to us do you want us to show your ad? That's the question they are asking you here, and then they are giving you the option to set it. So when you come here, this particular advantage plus placement option is recently given by Facebook. And what this means is that Facebook says that if you choose this option, they are going to use advantage plus placement to help you maximize your budget and help show your ads to more people. Facebook delivery system will allocate your ad set budget across multiple placements based on where they are likely to perform best. Now, this means that if you choose this option, Facebook is now going to look at the platform where people are responding more to your ad. For instance, they can look at the news feed, they can look at the right column, they can look at Facebook story, Instagram. Probably your ad is performing more on the audience network. Those are the places. Those are placement. Placement simply means the places your ad are going to be displayed, as far as those places are in one way connected to Facebook. So if you choose the advantage placement that Facebook is recommending, of course they are going to now help you make sure they put in your budget in spending more money in the particular place where your ad is performing best. So for some of my ad I use advantage placement, and for some of them I don't use it. So now for this we are going to leave it at advantage placement, and then I click on next. So on this level, what we want to do right now is we want to make sure that we do what? that we then put in our copies and the rest of them like that. Now, and you can see there's an error message here because this particular page that I'm using as a sample has no WhatsApp number connected, and then I chose WhatsApp as my destination, as my traffic destination, while we were choosing that at this particular ad set level. So right now, what I'm going to do, so to solve that, what we want to make sure, of course, the page you are using, if you're using WhatsApp, you want to make sure that it is connected to a particular WhatsApp number. So once again, now, if you don't know how to connect your WhatsApp to your Facebook, you don't know how to connect your WhatsApp number to your Facebook page, you can drop your comment in the section below, and then I'll just probably explain to you how to do that. Or you can reach out to me using the description, the link in the description below, and then I'll show you how to do that. So all right, so right here we are going to, what concerns us here right now is our image and our copy. So of course, you know, before you come to this level, before even coming to create your ad, you already have your image, your texture, your video, depending on what you're trying to use. So all you just need to do is you come up. I have some images that are already uploaded here, so I'm going to upload one of them, and then I'm going to, all right, let's upload this one. Let's upload this particular image. Okay, and then the next thing you do is you click on next. All optimization, I sometimes I leave this on, sometimes I switch it off. Then you click on done, and voila, we have our image there. And so you come to the level of headline, then you put in what headline do you want to write. Okay, let me put reach out to us. Don't forget, this is not something you do randomly. You make sure that you have your headline structured out, and then your primary text. Your primary text is what is going to be displayed on top of this place when people see the ad on Facebook. So I'll clear this up, then I'll say take our awesome offer for 20% discount. All right, so I'll just leave this at that. Now, why should people visit your website? Okay, description, this is optional actually. Now, where does this show up? This shows up below here, so let me write something here, then you see it displayed there. All right, then let me say pay on delivery. All right, so we put pay on delivery. Now you can see where that is actually coming out, where it is good. So this is where it's going to be showing. You can see it down there. Now reach out to us, and that's it. All right, so what is our call to action? You can either use send WhatsApp message. Call to action is what is going to be displayed here. You can use any of this, learn more, and then this changes to learn more, and you can use any of these actually as your particular, can use any of these as your call to action. Now you can see that there is actually a particular pixel that is connected to this account, and that is that. So I can also take this off. That is, so like this, we are done creating this ad. And so the next thing that we're going to do, provided that everything is fine, this page has a WhatsApp number connected to it. So what we now do next is you go straight right down, and then you hit on publish. So I'm not going to publish this because it's just a tutorial, and this ad is not actually set up for any purpose. So basically, this is exactly how you create ad for yourself. So all I've just done is run you through the interface and nothing more and nothing else. So this is how you create ad, and this is what I'll advise that you do this 2023. Now I want to say that you don't use your phone to create ad. Try, go down, use a personal computer, create ad. It gives you more option, and of course you want to avoid boosting ads. You don't want to boost posts. That is actually how you blow up money. That's like a total blow up of money. So I hope that you have actually, through this mini tutorial, you've been able to understand the Facebook advertising interface, and with this you can do one or two things for yourself by creating ads for yourself. And of course, don't forget, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please subscribe to this. This is where you learn everything that has to do with Facebook advertising and digital advertising, on how you make more money through your product and services by advertising on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, if this video has been useful for you, please, I want you to give us a thumbs up, give it a like. This is just how Facebook knows that the video is useful, and then they can help us find other business owners who are trying to learn how to advertise on Facebook and show them this tutorial. All right, thank you very much. Wishing you a prosperous 2023. Bye bye.